You know how it is, everyone. Welcome back to another AFCON Daily. Today, Eamon is back in the building again by popular demand. Eamon, what are you saying?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Tournament's around the corner, mate. I am nervous as hell.
So am I. I'm excited but nervous at the same time.
So that means not long till Algeria get their campaign underway. And I'll be honest, many people still got no idea what Bellamadi's starting 11 is going to be. So what me and Eamon are going to do today, guys, is pick our starting 11s. I don't know his yet. He doesn't know mine yet. So it'll be interesting to see if they're the same, which means the 11 should be quite obvious, or if they're completely different, which means Bellamadi doesn't know what he's doing. And we're going to see in the comments afterwards who think has the better team. Let's start off with a goalkeeper, mate. It's supposed to be the easiest one. We're going to assume Rice-and-Bull fit to play if you went for him. Zugba's there, so there's 4 keepers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you put Mandrea in goal, please.
Can't lie. I've chosen Birnbach. I'm joking. I didn't choose him. I'm joking. Don't worry. I chose Mandrea.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a class keeper. He shouldn't be in League 2. He should be in at least Liga, best French league. Performances like against Senegal, clean sheet. He's had many clean sheets recently. Top player against Mozambique, was it? Clean sheet?
Yeah, very good.
Man of the match. I know it's Mozambique, but we're playing African teams here, so he has to play against them kind of teams. He's done very well recently. He's been a starter for almost quite a while now, so he has to be that goalkeeper spot.
And of course, we never lost with Mandrea in goal. So if you carry on that logic, we win the whole thing, didn't it?
Yeah, we win the whole thing.
Can't lie, you had me a bit shook at the beginning there. I thought you was going to say someone else, but
No.
I think this is the one position you don't change unless you have
100%.
to. You don't change the flipping keeper, mate, do you?
No.
Nah, you keep it the same. It's a shame he's in League 2, but I have to say, been very impressed with what I've seen. You know, people were skeptical, didn't know who he was at the beginning. People were saying you can't have a keeper called Anthony. But yeah, I think this is as far as we'll probably agree. No,
100%.
Back 4. So let's start with the left back.
Yeah.
I've gone for Ait-Nouri. Have you done the same?
Same. Ait-Nouri.
2 for 2. He's class, isn't he? He's so good.
100%. When he first joined Wolves, he was doing good, and then he had a little bit of a bad spell where he wasn't like playing. He was coming off the bench for a couple of minutes, but this season is his season. He is amazing. I would say, best left back in Africa for sure. Best left back.
What? That's bold. That's very bold.
Oh, go on, tell me names that you'd put there.
All right. Well, if you go through the big boys, you're going to have people like Mazraoui from Morocco.
It's washed. Trust me, Ait-Nouri is he is best left back in Africa for sure. 100%. He's skillful. He can dribble. He can defend. He can take on players. He's quick. Like, you don't really find that in many left backs. Like, we're lucky to have a left back like him. I mean, I know this is a bit of a bold claim, but if we really needed to, he could play left wing. I'm not saying start him there.
I agree with you.
But he could play left wing.
Unreal.
100%. He could play left wing 100%. But yeah, I'll go Ait-Nouri for sure.
I think this guy, if we ever needed to play a back 3 with wing backs, he'd be perfect as a left wing back as well, 100%. Wouldn't he?
Because I remember against Cameroon when we had what's his name?
Atal
left wing back or left back. Ait-Nouri would have been perfect in that position, 100%.
Mad, isn't it? Such a shame we didn't have him back then, but I'm glad we've got him now. I think that's not a bad shout at all. When you think about it, through the left backs in Africa, there's not many. Right back,
Youssouf Atal
has to be. But the only question mark here, Eamon, is obviously the fitness because he's not played.
Yeah, but in the press conference recently, they've let us know that he's been training like the Sidi Moussa training camp. You know?
Yeah.
He's been like, I know he hasn't been playing games like 90 minutes and that kind of stuff, but they've let us know that he's keeping fit. So I wouldn't expect him to be unfit because Jamal Belmadi has called him to the AFCON. You know, he knows what he's doing. He wouldn't call him if he was like completely unfit to play. So he must be somewhat fit to play. And he is, on his day, up there in the top 3 right backs in Africa. I know I'm saying top 3 best, but I'm just saying he is really good, especially prime Youssouf Atal before the injuries. I know he's had his injuries. He is up. And still, he is still a adequate right back, especially in Africa. Yeah, 100% Yusuf Attal. And if you look at the other options, you have Gitoun. Like Gitoun, he's not a bad player, but like
Gosh.
I would, I'd rather choose Yusuf Attal.
Yeah. So interesting. We've got the same fullbacks, but what I'll say to you is, Ait-Nouri and Attal are quite injury-prone players.
Yeah, it's true.
They've had knocks in the past. Ait-Nouri's been in and out of Wolves with injury this season. Attal hasn't kicked a ball. If
Mhm.
Larouci or, like you say, Gutoun have to come in for a few
Yeah.
games, how does that impact your confidence on the team on the whole?
Okay, with Gitoun, I kind of like a little bit. Larouci, on Larouci's side of things, on the left-hand side, I think he's more than capable of holding that left-back spot, especially if Ryan Ait-Nouri gets injured or has a couple of bad games. He can slot into there without any worries for me. But Gitoun, I don't know. He hasn't really like shown me anything that makes me feel like he could be a starter for Algeria. Like
Mm,
he's okay. He's average, but he's not Atal. You know, he's not. I
no.
can't like. You know, Benayeda, clear. Benayeda is so
Of
clear.
Gutoun,
Bro, do you have to
that's
be?
that's harsh on Gutoun, mate. I
Do
wouldn't
you
have
not
that.
remember? Do you not remember Benayeda's performances like against Cameroon? He was so good.
He's the reason we went out. He kept them all on side.
That was Bedran. That was Bedran.
I
See,
don't believe this.
that was
But
Bedran. Listen, Benayeda, he's actually so. I don't know why we haven't called him up. Like he's actually good.
he's a lanky fella, that Gutoun, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just I think he needs time. He's not a bad player. Like he's average, you know.
Mm. But he's
So
backup. That's his role. He's not meant to come
100%.
and
But you
start.
you asked me whether if he came in, would I be comfortable?
Yeah.
It's like in 2019 when Zafan came in. I was like,
Oh,
he was like,
yeah.
you don't really, you're not 100% sure as to whether they would or could do it. You know.
Mm. So if a Salah or a Mane was running at Gutoun, you'd be quite worried.
Yeah, finished.
Finished. It's not even started. We could have put Ben Sebaini left back. Let's not forget that is
That's
an option
true.
if we need to do that, isn't
100%,
it?
100%. Because he plays
Yeah.
that for Dortmund, so he's more than capable of doing that.
We won a cup with him playing there as well. So
Hmm.
so that means obviously you've considered him as a centre half. There's actually five to choose from here.
Yep.
What pairing have you gone for?
Although it pains me to say this, I've gone for Mandy and Ben Sebaini.
Right, that's who I've got, but it didn't pain me to say it. So why did it pain you to say it?
Mandy recently, I can't lie, he's made me so angry. Like he's like his decision making sometimes, like defensively, is so like
Yeah.
it just makes me think like, what are you doing? Like sometimes he makes rash
Hmm.
defensive decisions that lead to goals, lead to shots on target from the other team. Like it just
Mm.
adds pressure from the opposition, his mistakes. But I would say like we've had him for so long. He's he's a good defender in his moment. He's a good defender. He's one of his strengths are like I would say playing out from the back and long balls
I
for
was going
sure,
to tell you that, mate. So
for
we
sure.
talk about defending. Ben Sebaini is a defender in there, the tackler, gets stuck in. 'Mandy's long range passing
100%.
and ability on the ball is why he's in there. He's not in there for his defending. You want defending, you put two guy, you put a leader, whatever. This guy's crucial for passing out from the back.
Yeah, especially if he's on form.
Hmm.
But recently, like judging from the past couple of games, he hasn't been pleasing me too much. That's the thing. He
Hmm.
hasn't been in my good books, let's just say. But yeah, but I still have faith in him to do good. He is a good player at
Hmm.
this moment, but just recently his performances have been giving me doubts. You know, it's like to the point where I was gonna put Belaid in the lineup, but I was just like he hasn't really played a game for the national team.
Do
So
you
I
rate
just
Tuba?
come in there.
Do you rate
No,
Tuba?
two guys good, but I think he's a bit too crazy, you know, like he hits a bit too hard, you know. He's gonna cost us a couple of penalties, you know, maybe some
Hmm.
penalties or free kicks close to the edge of the box, but he's a good player. Like two guy, Belaid, Kai Ben Lamry. I wanted to see Ben Lamry back. So
Tuba's in there though from Serie A. Ahmed Tuba.
I think he's suited on the left side because he used to play left back.
Hmm.
Because that
He's left footed,
cameo,
isn't
I
he?
know that cameo against Cameroon, it was a
Yeah.
small cameo,
Got an
amazing
assist.
cameo.
Did he? No, he didn't get an
Yeah,
assist.
he got an
He was
assist but
offside.
cancelled,
Yeah.
but then he scored the header.
Oh, that was it.
That
Yeah.
was a long time ago, but I would say he's more suited to the left.
You know what else is a long time ago? Mandy played World Cup 10 years ago. Can you believe it?
I can't believe we didn't. Nah, don't get started.
You're blaming Mandy for that as well, are you? Okay. Doesn't rate him, does he? So, despite the drama at the beginning, we've actually picked the same keeper in back four. Is this where it goes downhill now?
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay. So remember, we've picked this on the basis that everyone's fit from the squad.
Yeah,
So is Banassa one of your centre mids?
100%, 100%.
Yeah, he's got to be the most important player we have now.
One of the most crucial players that we have, because without him, these past couple of games, we've been so like off in a way. Like he's so needed for us to perform well. That
Mm-hmm.
he controls the midfield. He's the one that presses. He's the one that um, gets all the lost balls back. He's just such a presence in our midfield that we need. He's absolutely crucial.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way to describe Banassa is watch Algeria without him, and you
Yeah,
see the difference.
exactly.
That's when you truly appreciate him. But what a guy! Played a tournament when we won it. Different team when we have him in there. But
100%.
have you got two other centre mids in there as well?
No, so I got Benassa, a centre mid, and a cam.
Okay, I've sort of got that as well. I've got
Yeah,
a number 8 more
yeah.
forward. Who's the other
Mhm.
centre mid? Is this the difference?
It's it's like it's 50-50. Okay.
Okay.
So based off recent form, I
Mm.
can't you might crucify me, but Ben Talib. I know. I know.
I don't know what I'm hearing here.
Trust me, Ben Talib, he's actually a very good player. Like imagine
10
him,
years ago, he was, yeah.
imagine Benassa, Ben Talib. Benassa is like more of the like pitbull kind of player. Like
Who's the
super
most further back? Who's the deepest out of Ben Talib and
deeper.
Benassa?
I would say Benassa. I would say Benassa just a little bit deeper. Ben
Mm-hmm.
Talib ahead, and then my cam, I'll get onto my cam. But Ben Talib, but this is why I said 50-50. Okay, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
100%. I would say you're kind of gonna go onto me for this as well. Budawi.
Are you hearing? I've not got either of them. What are you doing?
Budawi,
Badawi.
Budawi is so good. I don't know why he's so underrated. For Algeria, he's a bit. Okay, for Algeria, he's a bit questionable.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe he has what it takes to have that centre mid role next to Nasser. But the only reason I'm having there is because of my cam. So when you find out who my cam is, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. But Budawi and Ben Taleb are more than capable of enough of having that midfield partnership with Benasser.
I can't get on this, mate. Badawi, it feels like he's been around forever, but he's never broke in, has he? He's never become a starter. He's always the guy
100%.
on the side man, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I can't get behind it. I've got Zaruki in there.
Zero, can't
You need
lie.
to get on the Zaruki train, mate, before it
No, he's
passes your
good. No,
stage.
he's good. He's good. He's good. He's been okay with Feyenoord. He's been playing good Champions League football. That's true. That's true.
Mhm. He's got a lot better than when he first
I can't lie.
come in.
I forgot about Zerouki because I was too focused on Awar. I forgot about Zerouki. I can't lie. I forgot about him because Zerouki, yeah, he's a very good player. I'll put him. Okay, Bentaleb, Boudawi, and Zerouki. But if you want me, if I had to pick one,
Hmm.
I'll say
So
Boudawi.
go with your gut instinct. Who would you, if you're naming the team sheet,
I would say Boudawi.
mate? I don't even think Badawi was in contention, mate. I can't believe
Just
that.
'cause you don't think he's a good player?
If he was good, he would be starting. He's been in that squad for the
True.
past 5, 6 years, and he
No, but
can't
if
get a
you
start.
judge him off, like if you judge him off, I know you can't judge him off just club football, but if you just
Hmm.
look at him as a player on paper, his characteristics, he's a good player.
I put him in Ben Rama category in terms of they look good when they're in the club team, but then they come with us, they don't do anything.
Boudawi has is clear from Barahma in terms
Mhm.
of performances for Algeria
He came on in a game recently, Badawi, and he changed it.
against was it against Somalia? No,
It was one of those World Cup games not long ago,
yeah,
but he
mhm.
changed the game. But maybe that's what he's good at off the bench.
Maybe, but I feel like he deserves a chance. That's why I picked him. I can't lie. I think he just deserves to be in that centre mid role. But this is not like me thinking what Bilmadi is gonna do. It's just
That's
my
what you would do.
lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's what it should be. Speaking of what you do, now this further forward midfield player, I feel like we're gonna. I might shock. I've got Awar in there. Who have
Oh,
you got in
listen,
there?
call me a tactical genius. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
This player I'm about to mention, he's getting old. Amazing dribbling,
If this is
amazing
for Gooley,
first
you're
touch.
coming off. I
No, no,
swear to
no.
God,
Listen.
I'm not
Amazing
having this
first
slander. Come on, make us
Trust
lose
me.
the game.
Let me land. Listen.
Okay.
First touch, amazing. Dribbling, amazing.
Mhm.
Passing, amazing. But he's just getting a bit. He doesn't have that
Amazing hair.
speed anymore. He doesn't have the. He's getting old. But Mahrez in cam, I want to see it.
Mahrez. I
Yes,
thought you were
I
going to say
want.
Faguli.
No, Mahrez in cam.
That's
I
a big
want
call.
to see it because this is what I want to do. Listen, Benasser Boudawi, Mahrez in cam, and then I got the three.
Yeah.
Mahrez just behind the attacker. He has the ability to like play the ball in behind the defenders to the striker, who I'll mention later. And the right winger that I'm going to choose is faster. Like
Mm.
he's more fit, I would say, because he's younger, innit? More athletic, more fit, has the talent to play right wing. He can do it. But Mahrez,
Mhm.
he's not doing it for me right wing. He's an amazing player. Recently, he's just fallen off a bit on that right wing. He's a bit wasted.
Do you think he's lost pace?
100%.
Mm.
100%. That's why I put him in the cam role. Is that you don't really need to be fast to play a cam. You need to be like somewhat fast, of course, but you don't need that pace of a winger, if that makes sense, to play in cam.
Hmm.
It's more technical. It's more about passing and dribbling and tight spaces. Mahrez's most recent performances at right wing haven't been like really convincing. When he came off and Awinas came on against Somalia, like much better in terms of creativity, output, just performance in general. So that's why I want to see. I know it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. But
Hmm.
I would love to see Mahrez in camp because he could absolutely do amazing there. 100%.
It's a really, really interesting shout that I was genuinely not expecting, guys. There's two things you've got to consider if you do that. One, right winger that does play instead has got to be bloody good to play right wing.
Yeah.
So you rate whoever's
I would
going
say
there.
he's good enough to play right wing. 100%. Yeah.
And two, Mahrez 1v1 is very hard to defend against. Like, you don't want to be 1v1 with him. You kind of
100%.
lose that if you put him in the middle, though.
Yeah, but so is the right winger I'm about to choose. He's very good at 1v1s. I mean, his whole career is 1v1s, literally. His highlights are
That's
1v1.
true. Hey, that highlights HD real. Yeah. But what you're also forgetting is
Mhm.
you're not starting Awar playing that system.
That is true. I mean, Awa hasn't been starting recently for Algeria, to be honest, that many times. He hasn't been starting. He's been coming off the bench.
Mm.
And he started against, was it Cape Verde?
They scored two.
Yeah, squad, no, good performance, very good performance. But I would say off the bench, I'm not saying he couldn't start. He could 100% start, but for the team that I want to pick, he's not starting.
I think it's
He's very
crazy
good
not to
player.
start Awar. Crazy.
I would say Mahrez is a better camera than Awada. If you actually look at it like that, if you play Mahrez like camera, I think he'll do better than Awa.
So I've got Banassa as a view, but you've got Badawi and Mahrez in front of him, and I've got Zaruki and Awar. It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. This is
Mm-hmm.
where we've diverged. And obviously, I have to play Mahrez on the right wing. I think I
Mm-hmm.
want him to keep that 1v1 against fullbacks. I think he scares fullbacks. You're going to go for Adam Munas there, aren't you?
On the right wing, yes,
Mm, yeah.
100%. He has the flair, the skill, the dribbling, the touch. I think he has every quality that is needed for a right winger to have. Okay, he's not like a lightning quick like some of the African wingers that are in AFCON and the other teams, but I think he's quick enough. And with his skill and flair, he could use that to his advantage to get past most of the fullbacks or defenders. Yeah, I think he could cause him like a lot of trouble in this tournament.
Well, I think there's no doubting his quality. The cup we won, I think he was one of our top scorers actually off
Yeah,
the bench.
he was the top scorer of 3 goals. Yeah,
Crazy. The only my issue is he's not had a lot of club football this season. There's another
that's true.
injury-prone player.
That's true.
Nani's fallen away. It's a big call to start him. And if he gets injured, your system's in the mud, mate.
True, but he did tell me if everyone's fit,
I did. That's yeah.
fully fit.
A
So
very good point. Okay,
it
so
was
obviously I've got Mahrez there, but you can't argue with Mahrez being the right winger. He's been there for
yeah, I
many
can't
years.
argue it 100%. But I just think that Mahrez in Cam would be better.
I think my left wing's going to shock you.
Nah, it's not gonna shock me. I don't know what you're gonna say. Just say it. Go on.
Shaibi.
What? Okay, you shocked me.
Oh yes. Let me land this right.
Maybe, bro. He's so okay. Go on. Just go,
I'm telling you, listen to me. I've got a plan, guys. I'm winning the thing, right? If I'm playing Hawar, where I said I can't play Shaibi there. I think Muddy will play Shaibi in that position for what it's worth. But if I'm playing Hawar there, it's too good to leave Hawar out. The reason Shaibi gets the left is because Benrahma's not here, it's because Guiri's not here, and because I'm not starting Belaley. So Shaibi is too good to leave out the team. We talked before about what he's been doing with Frankfurt. He plays left wing, assists, goals. Why are you hating?
He's good, but not as a left wing. Listen. I watch your videos. Yeah, you
Mm.
even say yourself, Shaby on the left. He's not that good.
We ain't got many options, mate. That's the problem.
But there is an option, and I'll get onto that option when I choose my left wing. But
Believe this. All right. Okay.
he's just not good enough to play. No, he's not. No, he's good enough, but he hasn't been playing good enough on the
Mm.
left.
So who's there for you then?
You're not gonna like this.
It's got. If this is a Belaley, you're some nostalgia merchant. I swear. Go on. Who is it?
Belay. Yusuf Belali
He
on
shouldn't
the
even
left.
be here. Let's be honest.
Bro, he is, yeah. I can't lie. I was watching like yesterday. I can't lie. I was watching games, past AFCON games. I wanted to see like Algeria. I missed Algerian football, so I just looked at the highlights.
Missed winning. Yeah.
Belali is so crucial in terms of creativity. You know this. He's like he's
I'm
like a
not sure
European
about that.
he's like a European player almost. Do you get what I mean when I say
He's
that?
like Grealish. He goes down,
Yeah,
and
he
then
goes
we get
down, but
nothing from it.
when we get a penalty, we're not complaining, are we? Like
No, he
that's what I'm
misses it
saying.
afterwards though. Yeah.
But he kind of like he's a bit stocky in terms of his dribbling. He doesn't really have like he's not an agile player, but I'm saying he's good. He's an amazing player,
Okay.
creative. We saw in the Mouloudia USMA game. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. He was on the floor a lot. Should have been
Yeah,
sent off
but
after 20 minutes. Yeah, I
Mullally is
did
one of the
watch that.
most
Yeah.
creative players in that game. I know it's Mouloudia, I know it's Liga, Algerian League, but you can't hate Mullally, man. I don't know how
I
you
don't
hate
hate
him.
him. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't hate him.
Well, I saw you called him. What do you call him? A powder sniffing
Well,
something?
he's got a drug problem, but it's nothing. Doesn't mean I hate the guy. You know what I mean?
At one time, wasn't he like compared to all the nations, he had the most assists to game
Yeah,
ratio,
more
you
than
know?
Neymar, I think.
More than Neymar, Hazard. Like
Yeah.
he's a very good player. Like we missed him. I can't we
Is he
missed
better
him
than Shaibi?
on the left.
Yeah.
100%. Are you crazy? What?
This
The lady
guy
is no,
has
he
put
hasn't played.
Belaley and Adebourne on the wings.
Yes. If you haven't seen, listen, be honest, yeah. When you see Algeria play and you look at that left hand side, you always think like there's something missing. Like someone could be playing better on that
Yeah.
left hand
Type
side.
and Rama. Yeah.
So he's so washed, man. Don't get me started. But is so bad right now. He's not okay, he's a good player, but I just feel bad. He's lost that confidence. He doesn't have it in him anymore. I think he needs a transfer to another Premier League club or like a Liga
Hmm.
club, and then he can get his form slowly and make his way back into the Algeria team. But as of now, I don't think, yeah, he shouldn't be playing. Rahma.
It's very interesting. So Belaley and Adebourne, Mahrez and Shaibi. I'm going to leave the comments to decide who they'd rather have on the wings there.
Mhm.
Two very different options because I've kind of got the old guy on the right, you've got the old guy on the left, and then I've got the younger guy on the left, you've got the younger guy on the right. So it's similar in that sense. But
It's not like I'm leaving out Mahrez. He's just in camp. Like he's still there.
yeah, but
Mahrez
you're
is
leaving
still
out
there.
Shaibi, and unless Shaibi's up front, he's not on your team, is he?
No, but trust me, just when we get
Trust
to
the
the end of
process.
this, when we talk and you do the little like diagram of the team, it'll make sense. It'll make sense.
Okay. Well, you guys can see this diagram. Who's up front? If this isn't Amora, you're mocking it.
Of course, there's more.
Thank you.
100%.
We agree in the end.
21 games, 15 goals as of now.
Yeah.
Clubs
Crazy,
like
isn't it?
Brighton, Liverpool, Wolves, all looking at him. I heard Arsenal, but I don't know if that's concrete to be
Yeah.
honest. But
Too good for Bournemouth, isn't he?
can't lie. No. Hey, come on. He would play. He could play for Bournemouth. He could easily play for Bournemouth. And he would. I think. Actually, I can't lie. Bournemouth should go in for him. I can't lie. This is a different topic, but they could go in for him because he's not worth too much in this market. It'll be 10, 12, 15. And not many clubs would be willing to like test him out if that makes sense.
It'd be a great replacement for when we buy Solanke, wouldn't it?
It's like he's not going. He's got a 4-year contract, man. He's not going. But back to Algerian football.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
Amora.
an Algerian shirt. He's never disappointed me to the extent where I think he shouldn't play. He's had his like, oh, what are you doing moments, like what are you doing? Or like you should have passed it there. But all in all, amazing player. He is the reason why we scored 2 against Mozambique. He
Yeah, two
came on,
assists.
he came on 2 assists, and he just changed the game.
Yeah.
Well, people might say he's better off coming off the bench as like
Hmm.
a super sub and Slimani or Bunjah up front, but I think that's just a waste. I would rather have Amora's output from minute 1.
He's amazing. He's amazing. And he's got pace. And I think he's got real pace that most
100%.
of our players lack.
Yeah, that's what you need
And
in Africa, to be honest. Most of the centre backs are like very, very pacey, like
they're
Khalid
quick, aren't they?
Koulibaly, Tapsoba, like all of them are really fast.
He's crucial for us. Of course, we could have put Amora on the left and a Slimani or a Baghdad up top. Did you consider that?
I did, but I still think that Amora's full like ability
Hmm.
in terms of output will be wasted. Because on the left, he's good, but I would rather see him up front. And that's why I put Mahrez and Cam and Amora there, because
Mm.
Mahrez can play the balls in behind and Amora can run onto it like he does it in his club in Belgium. If you
Yeah.
watch his games, he always runs in behind. It's either over top through ball
Hmm.
or like a curved ball past the defender. He runs onto it with his pace. bottom right finish. That's what he always does. So I would like to see that, and I think Mahrez has the skill and the level of passing to do that to provide for Amora.
Tell you what, the goal against Liverpool was ridiculous because he was so quick, no one could get near him. Crazy
I
goal.
have to be honest. Offside claims.
No, listen. There's no listen. If the goal's given, the goal's given, right?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
And we'll take that. If he scores a tight goal, don't start saying offside next week, all right? Because I take everything I can get. Big ask for him, first tournament. I know we went to the last one, we didn't play. Go and lead the line for your country. It's a big pressure on his shoulders, isn't it?
He can 100%. I think he's more than capable of doing it.
And you're right with that game. He come on. He got 2 assists against Mozambique. He assisted the Zerouki and Shaibi, 2 players that are starting for me and not starting for you. But we'll gloss over that because my team's better. Right, Eamon. Interesting midfield and attack there. I don't think even people watching this would be expecting that. So let the viewers decide. Comments down below. Who's got the better team? Mine or Eamon's? Who would go further in the tournament? I like that we've got quite different teams, isn't it? It's not mainstream, is it?
Mm-hmm. But if I had to change something, I'm keeping it. If I had to change something, it's like the honorable mention, you could put it in.
Yeah.
It's Zerouki. Zerouki in place of the Boudaoui / Bentaleb.
Where would you put Guiri in this if he was fit?
Oh, he's starting and Amour's on the left. 100%.
Yeah, I think that's what it would have been, isn't it?
Actually, no. I said that off instinct, actually. I said that, I didn't think. I just said it off instinct.
I think that's what it would have been.
Guiri, he hasn't been that good in our Algerian show.
He's only had 5 minutes in it.
Yeah, that's true. But he's been a bit like scared in the way he plays. He just wants to play and play okay. You know what I mean? He's like, he doesn't want to take risks. He just wants to like play the pass here, there, look good. You know, do you get what I mean by that?
But based off that logic, Eamon, are you saying that Guiri's not that big a miss?
No, he is a miss, of course, because he's more than capable of scoring goals like we've seen in Ligue 1. But for Algeria so far, he hasn't had that same level of confidence that he has in club football, if that makes sense.
Before we go, guys, you can see the teams. Let us know below who's got the better one. Final question. I'll be surprised if there is someone. Is there a player you think we should be starting this cup that's not even in the squad?
Not in the squads. And you would say Benrahma for sure. I know that.
I think if you've got no Guiri, you've got to take Benny.
If Benrahma was there, I would play him in the cam, I would say. Yeah, I'll play him.
He loves the cam, this guy, doesn't he?
Yes, I'll play him in the cam, the central attacking mid, and then have Mahrez on the right. But he's not there, so boohoo.
No. What, Nani?
He's injured. Oh, if he was fit.
He was fit.
Too much pressure. He's a young guy, man. I'll bring him on the bench, but it's just I wouldn't start him now.
And there's tournaments to come for him, isn't there?
100 years, World Cups, tournaments, a lot of things to come.
We've got a bloody good team, haven't we? We've got to do something at this cup, surely.
It's tough. You never know with Algeria.
We'll have to wait and see. But Eamon, pleasure as always. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. When Zerouki scores the winner from a Shaibi assist, I'll come back and say I told you. All right. You might be waiting a while. All right. Thanks, guys. Drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one.